Are you looking for the best double-sided tape? We got some of this right here. I figured that we would test it out today with you guys. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy on up and get started. Oh, before we get started though, I definitely appreciate it if you guys find this video helpful to click that helpful button down on over there. So y'all can let everyone know that this was a good video. This is what we have right here, all nice and bagged up. So I was reading about this stuff, and it comes in a giant roll. And then 1 inch of this should be able to hold about 1 pound of weight. So if you're hanging something that's heavier, you're going to be using a little bit more of it, which is fine because you don't want it to, fall or whatever. You want it to stay sticky. But this is what it looks like. It's like this clear style of nano tape right here. And so I figured that we would do a little demo of this. I've got a cup right here. It's got a little bit of like a wooden texture on the bottom. And then I have this cutting board right here, which also has a little bit of a texture. So I figured that we would stick that onto there and see how this thing holds up. So you just simply take some scissors to be able to cut this. Very easy to cut. We're just going to slide it right on through like that. And they recommend that you try not to touch the tape that much because the dust and debris from your skin is going to get onto there and it's going to affect the stickiness of it. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this on down on the bottom of the mug right here. Press it down nice and firm. And then from here, we're going to have to try and peel. Oh, wow, very easy. Got it on the first try, peeling that little sticky thing off right there. And then this has a tiny bit of texture as well. I don't know if y'all can see that on the video. So that's why I chose this particular cutting board. Press that right onto there. We're ready for the magic. Is it gonna hold? That's the question. Please don't break on me. It's my wife's favorite cup. All right. Yeah, it works well. I got a nice mug right there so we could really, test out the weight of something a little bit heavier than like a plastic cup or something like that. But this is sticking onto the, man. Wow. Okay, there we go. Got it up. And then now for whenever you want to take this off, you should just be able to peel it right off. Just like that. Get that stickiness. And it doesn't leave any residue on there at all, which is fantastic. There's also no residue on this. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can reuse this if it doesn't get too dirty. Boom, look at that. Yeah! That's awesome. Again, this is like a silicone back case right here. It's made out of silicone. So I have realized that this stuff is not the best at actually sticking to this. It's just kind of like a ticky-tacky almost against that. But one thing that I want to use this for is I have a bunch of these little charging discs around the house. And whenever I go to put my phone into them, they always move or fall or whatever. And now I can just put a little bit of this on the bottom right there. Bam, that's going to stay in place. And I can put my phone right down onto there to get a good charge. It's not going to get knocked around or anything. It's going to stay on the table. So, awesome. If y'all are looking for some double-sided sticky tape, y'all definitely need to go and grab y'all a roll of this stuff right here. From what I understand, you can use it for like hanging pictures, if you want to put remotes up on the wall, anything like that, just to be able to easily have something stuck up on there. Another great use of this is if you have a rug that doesn't have like a non-slip backing to it, you can throw some of this on the floor and that'll help the rug to stay into place. So super cool. Like I said, if y'all are finding this helpful, that button's right there to help a dad out over here. So let's see, they do recommend that you clean the surface before use and you keep it flat, dry, and clean. Do not touch the surface of the tape with your hands. That's what I was talking about earlier because you have dirt and debris and oils, and so that's going to reduce the stickiness there. So if you can, cut it, put it directly onto the thing, and then just peel up your side and then stick that wherever you want it to go, and that'll give you the best adhesion because you won't have as much like dirt and debris on there. Dust will affect the stickiness of the tape. Try to use it on flat surfaces. Uneven surfaces will cause the tape to be unable to touch the substrate closely and impact the performance. So if you're dealing with something that's kind of rigid like this right here, that's not going to work very well because it can't get all the way down onto the entire flat surface right there. So you might want to make sure that the surface that you're putting it on is nice and flat for you all the way through, and that it's clean before as well. For heavier items, please use more tape and cover the veneer. The larger adhesive area, the better performance. And what I was reading about is that usually 1 inch of this will hold about a pound of weight on there. So gives you guys an idea of what to do there. Use tips: heavier pressure, greater bonding, and longer time will have stronger holding power. So if you can leave it on there with something heavy for a long time, that'll let it bond together well, and then you can be able to let it go from there. You may want to add like some books on the top of something if you're really trying to get a good bond there. Oh, another great use for this, which I actually thought of. So I keep this socket strip down here, and I'm thinking that I might just mount it right up here onto the wall, maybe actually underneath the desk right here, so that I just have sockets very easy to get to. I'm always like reaching over here trying to grab this thing down there. So one good use of that would be like for socket strips, maybe on the back of a cabinet underneath something so it doesn't get slid around or whatever. Photo frames, a knife holder, carpet, remote controls, and a router. If you have a router, that like a Nighthawk one that you can put right up onto the wall, that would be good as well. So like I said, y'all definitely go and grab y'all some of this if this is something that you're looking for. And again, let me know if this was helpful. If it was, just hit that button right there. Super simple to do. Thank y'all for watching. Definitely go and add this to your cart. And Dad out.